Welcome back, everybody. Sports Dungeon. I'm your host, Loren Tepper, and today we're talking Tour de Hills. Now, in our first segment, we talked a little bit about the race and coming on. Let's talk about what changes have you made from in 5 years to the race course, as well as trying to advertise or promote to get other riders in here?
Well, just basically going from a tour to a tour and a race is the biggest one, just because there's a draw there. You know, the racing has picked up in Arkansas especially. There are more races in Arkansas now than there ever have been. And we just kind of wanted to gear that to hopefully draw in some more people, because, you know, the tour riders, they're going to come and they're going to go, but racers usually typically, you know, you always have a good draw for that. And by offering the cash purse, you know, that's a bigger draw. And as far as the courses go, we altered it, I want to say 5 years ago, to where it's a straight 58 miles. That way there's no cutting through different added mileage. You stay on the road and you're, you know, one and out and gone and back. But this year we're doing something different because of the age categories. We're offering a $50 bonus to the men's master group. And that's different than what we've done in the past years. And how that works is there's a men's masters group of 40 and over, and we're giving a bonus for 50 and older of anyone that finishes in the top, I won't say top 3.
Right. Wow. Let me ask you, this is off left field, but with the addition of the cross-country course and Parks and Rec expanding and things that we're doing, any thought of adding, say, a cross-country type with a mountain bike type situation besides just a road course to this, or is that a whole nother element?
That's a different element. I mean, you know, it's, of course, I mean, she probably can tell more about it, but I mean, I do know that same weekend there is a mountain biking race. So mountain biking and road race,
they don't ever cross together, have the same meet at the same place, or
no. You know, they do have a lot of people that do both. You know, a lot of the racers are also mountain bike, you know, road and mountain bike. And then also there's some that are cyclocross, which is kind of a cross between the two. But the totally different disciplines, and so you got to kind of keep them separate. And kind of whenever you're setting your schedule for your dates of your races, keep it in mind, you know, that way that they can do both if they'd like, because there is a huge mountain bike community growing. And
is it something that you would even look at or consider down the road? I mean, not that you want to add one more event to the community, but I'm just saying there are things that I was just asking about.
You know, I don't know, that it's always a possibility. We're, you know, kicking around other ideas, duathlons and triathlons and stuff like that. So it's always a possibility. With the way we are, you know, we're spreading ourselves thin as it is. So
I mean, that day, you talked about, you know, different events. That day there is also a 5K that morning. And
Parks and Rec is also timing that.
Yes. So Parks and Rec is involved with the 5K. Then that's at, I think, 8 o'clock, and then our event starts at 10. So, you know, if people around the area want to run a 5K.
And then staying over.
And then ride their bike.
Yeah.
And if I ain't mistaken, there may even be a tournament at the complex that afternoon.
I'm not sure. I think we're off that weekend.
It may be off, and then we go the weekend off.
Yes.
I was trying to think when the regionals and the districts are starting, but I know that, you know, for baseballs, it starts to fall into those dates, and I just kind of curious because I know that, you know, when I was a kid mountain biking or having actually the BMX and, you know, racing was kind of a big deal, but motorcycling, you know, talking to some people who go motocrossing or, you know, do it out kind of like cross country type thing, thought maybe there might be some interest or. Really understand.
Our cross-country course is more set up to be more of a cyclocross type of a course, and that's a newer discipline in the biking categories. You know, the tires and the bikes are a little bit different. They're a basic cross between a mountain bike and a road bike, and so that kind of course would be more conducive to something like that.
Okay.
But mountain bikes, you know, it's because of the races I already have, I wouldn't want to really step on anybody's toes or right now.
Well, I mean, I'm just asking because you know, my stupidity in this lack of knowledge is probably a much better. You know, when I was a kid, all it was jump on the Schwinn and, you know, go to the baseball game or go wherever I need to go to a buddy's house, you know, until I became 16. Nowadays, unfortunately, and I'm even looking at my own kids who've had bikes, they don't ride them like when I was a kid. I mean, it's just maybe the way that times are. You drive them everywhere they go, safety issues or whatever, but you know, I just got on a bike and had a ball game. I drive. My parents came and watched the game, and when it was over, I rode my bike home. I mean, it was just part of the deal. So that's why I was kind of wondering about that. Now, does Harrison have its own bicycle club?
Yes, it is. The BRC.
And who sponsors that, or are you involved with that? Are you the head of that?
No, I'm involved with it, but they have their own set of members, and they have a president, all that kind of stuff too. I think they have a website. I'm not sure what it is, but they're a local organization. They do group rides throughout the week. So if you're looking to get into biking, cycling, I would contact them and see where their rides are and how it's set up. They usually do different groups based on experience or levels, and just kind of help people get more involved in cycling. And they are a partner with us for Tour de Hills. They help us out.
Now, once again, I'm going to show my intelligence in this more. Okay, the average Joe's got a Schwinn. He's went out and bought it at the local store and bought it for $100. I mean, and the family goes out for a bike ride. You've got something for them to do it if they want. And then this can get pretty expensive. I mean, these bikes are thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
just like anything else you get involved in. You can spend $50 or $5,000 or even more. So it just depends how involved you want to get. So.
Right.
And comfort level. Some people, they need different things to be able to feel comfortable on the bike, seats and things like that. I mean, so it's just basically what you prefer. I mean, yeah, you can go grab a bike and go do 15 miles easy, or you can get,
You make
serious.
it sound easy. Oh, yeah, just go do 15 miles. I'm thinking, you want me to bike from here to my house? I don't think so. I've done that. I wouldn't even think about that. But I mean, I guess the fun part of it is that you can make it a family event. And when the race is over, you guys got a big shindig.
Oh yeah,
we do. Mm-hmm.
Right afterwards, Pizza Hut, Lester Smith. I guess it's Wing Street now. I guess they're big. They had big grand opening. They sponsor a post-race meal, so they come down for all the racers and tour riders. They have pasta, pizza, whatever they bring. So
that's it. They burn all them calories and you fatten them up with all that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's something Pizza Hut. I mean, this is something different than most races and tour rides around. Can't do it without Lester's.
Right, and I was just kind of joking with and I appreciate them stepping up and sponsor because it takes that. It adds to an element of some being able to do.
I've been to a bunch of tours and different races, officiating and stuff like that, and just having that element, it gives them something. They feel like they're getting their money's worth. Yeah. They spend a lot of energy out there doing that, and besides paying the fee, it's nice that they can get something in return.
Okay, something we didn't talk about was the fee. Mm-hmm. Give me what the entry fee is to participate in each level of what you're doing.
Racers, it's $45 right now. Mm-hmm. We had a price increase at the first of this month, and of course, tour riders are $35. Youth is different. I think youth rider for a tour is $25. So there's different prices for it. If you're pre-registered, you get a T-shirt and a goodie bag. So I mean, you get stuff.
We try to make it
fully stocked rest stops. So when they can stop at the rest stops and have something to drink, have something to eat. So.
Family discount or it's just individual rider?
It's basically individual rider.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah. And one thing I'd like to stress too is people that are watching this segment is the day of the race, which is the 21st of April. Just be cautious of the riders that are on the road. Mm-hmm. You have to share the road with the bikes, and sometimes that's difficult to understand. But they'll be out there working hard, and they want you to be able to get around them. But you proceed with caution.
Have a little patience as you're going on. As
we have contacted the local authorities, and we have the Boone County sheriffs that they're going to be leading the racers. So with his lights on and things like that. We have different follow vehicles. Wheel trucks is what they're called. Mm-hmm. That will have their hazard lights on. So and we have signs around. Just want to make people aware of that. So
now, when those people who compete with you said about vehicles, is that their own crew? Like when you watch like the Tour de Hills,
no.
and I know that you're.
No.
I mean Tour de France or something. You're watching that, and they got the bikes up there, and they get a flat, and they're out there fixing it and doing all.
They have their own caravan.
We're in Arkansas, so we have trucks. They throw the wheels actually in the back of trucks. So.
It's called wheels in, wheels out, and how that works is when the racers, before they get ready to leave for their event, they put in a set of spare wheels in a truck, and so if they were to have a flat, wheels in, wheels out. We stop, the wheel truck stops, gives them, they grab their wheels out and they change their flat and they go. Yep. So if you put wheels in, you're gonna have wheels out.
Now, this may sound. Is there a rule against how many times you can do that, or
no
specs on the wheels or the tires or something?
There are different rules as far as racing and stuff like that. What your tires but they're all well aware of how that works. And the officials that are in the vehicles, monitor what goes on and make sure the safety is of course the most important thing, and that the racers obey the rules because there is a set of rules that they have to go by. But more often they know. You know, you have some newbies that maybe need to be refreshed. But other than that, they know how to do it.
All right. Well, we appreciate. Now it's Saturday, April 21st, 10 o'clock. Harrison's own Tour de Hills. Mm-hmm. Who can they call if they want to volunteer?
They can call me at 577-5625.
5625.
Or the youth center, 741-2346. I want to say again that you can register day of. 7:30 to 9:15 is the cutoff, or online at bikereg.com. And there's a link on our website, tourdehills.com, that'll give them all the information if they want to go ahead.
Registration that day, where at the youth center?
At the youth center.
Yes, okay. Inside the youth center. The start off will come on, I guess that's Lakeshore Drive, and they'll pull out on Pine Street.
Okay. They roll out depending on, the racers will roll out first depending on their category, and then the tour riders will leave after the racers have gone.
All right, guys. I appreciate you coming by. Look forward to the event, and we'll look forward to having you back, and you can tell us about all the good things that happened this year, and we'll talk about next year's event.
Yep,
sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. We appreciate it. We're out of time. Thanks for watching. This has been the Sports Dungeon. I'm your host, Loren Tepper. We'll see you next time.